kind of disrespectful of your wine routine after the game. Now you go overtime again. Do you blame the young plucky Thunder? How do you feel this time?
One thing that team do, they got a lot of energy. A lot of young guys, a lot of energy. They have no quit in them. Very well coached, and it needed overtime in order for us to win this game. We did enough things to close it out of regulation, but they was able to close the gap. And forced to take another 5 minutes, so I'm good with one. I'm good with one overtime compared to two overtimes, and get home a little bit earlier and not feel as my heart don't feel as bad as it did the other night.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about Wesley Matthews. You've, of course, had how many teammates over 18 years, and just seeing guys that temporarily out of rotation come in to deliver like tonight, and then even specifically that pass that you made so many times, the double team on the post, you kick it over to the corner, that play specifically, but plus Wes.
Just a true professional, man. We all know what we signed up for when we came here, and Wes is, the same. And, obviously, his competitive spirit, no, I don't think anyone would, be comfortable with not playing. But, for the team and for the grand scheme of things, you just stay ready. And he did that. You never know what's going to happen. You didn't know that AC was going to be out, didn't know AD was going to be out tonight. And, so you just been putting in the work behind closed doors, behind the cameras and things of that nature, just staying ready. And tonight was that opportunity, and he made the most of it. And for me, I trust every teammate that's out on the floor for me. When you're on the floor with me, late game, first quarter, throughout, doesn't matter. And he put himself in position, and I was able to find him, and he knocked it down.
Okay, Kyle Goon, please.
Hey, LeBron. Obviously, a bunch of these games in a row have been pretty tight, and they've also started a little slow. Maybe 4 games running now, even though they've all been wins. Are you guys starting games with enough urgency? And if not, what do you think you can personally do to kind of affect that change for the group?
Well, our pace tend to kicks up as the game goes on. I definitely concede that, and we definitely got to be more conscientious of how we start in games, and allowing ourselves to get down double digits, things of that nature is not. It's not something we want. It's not something we want to have, long term. So, for myself and for the rest of the guys, we got to understand that we got to come in. I don't think it's sense of urgency because we play with sense of urgency. I just think it's the demeanor and our pace. It's very slow to start the game, and as the game go on, we start to pick it up. So, we can change that, and we understand that.
Okay, David Benjamin, please.
Hey, LeBron, you said that Wes knew what he was signing up for. Everyone knows what they're part of this team for, and sacrifice and professionalism is part of it. Tonight, he passed Steve Nash on the all-time three-pointers list. Do you guys do anything to celebrate, acknowledge that? Not that he would necessarily need it, but when a teammate does something like that over the course of the season, how do you guys make note of it?
The thing is, we did not even know it. But when he came into the locker room, he was the last one to come into the locker room, and we all clapped it up for him. Barked, everything, Wes, that's what we're talking about, big time. Duz said, Duz gave him the game ball tonight. So, he got that anyways, and we didn't even know that he passed Steve Nash tonight, all-time three-point shooter, and that's just, that's big time. And anytime you, linked or pass or next to some of the greats that ever played the game, it's a testimony to you as an individual. So, happy to be a part of tonight and his ability to do what he did.
Okay, Bill Orm, please.
Hey, LeBron. This is a 5-game winning streak for you guys, but with kind of the nature of some of them, with the overtimes and the comebacks and all of that, I'd be curious how do you kind of just assess the level of your guys' play over these 5 games, and then also when you there's 50 games left in the season, you've got a sense of what the season is and what it looks like. I mean, are you guys kind of like in the dog days of this season right now? What are your thoughts?
I didn't know how many games we won in a row or not. We're playing every other day, and it's just like okay, the game is here. let's go out and let's compete. Let's try to win. But I have no idea what our record is. I didn't even know we won 5 in a row. You just go out and compete. And some games, every game is going to be its own challenge. And we don't mind playing games that go down to the wire. We don't mind playing games where you got to execute. We have that championship DNA where, it's good. I mean, it's good for us to be tested. I love that. No matter who you're playing against, teams that take you down to the wire and make you execute and make you, you have to, be perfect defensively and offensively in order to win a game. So, it's pretty cool. I love it.
All right, we'll just take a couple more now. Dan Wojcicki, please.
After the Atlanta game, I think you're walking off the court and the Lakers camera finds you. You repeat, "I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired." Tonight, we saw you take a quick nap on the scorer's table after the game. I've seen you yawn a couple times in this post game. Are you tired? Is this a tired team right now?
No, I mean, I can sleep right now because the game is over. I'm decompressed now. I'm ready to go. I can play right now if I need to go. All I need is a warm up. I can go to the weight room, get warmed up, and I can go right now. So, but I mean, at this point, it's 10:46. I'm gonna do my usual thing. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna drink some wine, and I'm gonna go to sleep. But that's just because my body is shut down now. I took a cold shower. My body is starting to shut down, but I'm ready to go home and get into bed at some point. I can't speak for the team. I don't know if the team is tired, but I'll be ready to go when we play again Wednesday. I'll be ready to go.
Okay, Mark Medina, please.
Sorry about that. Hey, LeBron, how do you wrap your head around Tom Brady getting the 7th Super Bowl yesterday? And in lieu of that, with his longevity, do you have any set goal of how many more years you want to play?
How do I wrap my head around it? I mean, he's one of the GOATs. I've been watching him my whole life. It seemed like my whole life, but for 20 years now, or how long he's been in the NFL, I watched him. When he was with Michigan, playing against the Ohio State Buckeyes. So I've been watching it for quite a while now, and just to see, him go out and do the things that he's done, in his career, for him to win another one yesterday, in the fashion that he won, it was pretty cool. It's very inspiring for a guy like myself. But two different sports, two different positions. I don't know how long I'm gonna play the game. I don't know how much more I'll be able to give to the game, but the way I feel right now, we'll see what happens. But I have no timetable on it. I have no year of okay, do I want to play to 30 this or 40 that? The game will let me know when it's time, and and we'll figure it out then.
All right, thanks so much, Ron.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
LeBron James will be right back. Lakers returns.
OKC happened to have a couple of injuries from their bigs and the backup line. Like, when you're looking at the matchup, are you thinking, okay, this is a time where I'm going to be able to eat even a little bit more than usual in the paint? Or do you try to just approach things as they come within the game?
No, I approach things, play by play in the game. Just as they had players out, we had 2 key rotational guys for us out as well. So we went out with a great game plan. We knew they was going to come and compete and fight all the way to the end of the game, which they did, even forcing into overtime. But I know I didn't come in with no different mindset than I come in every game.
A couple of your veteran teammates with Wesley Matthews and Mike Keith hadn't gotten in since January 28th. It had been a little bit. I just wondered what you saw specifically from Wesley tonight, and kind of what that says about him and what you've seen him be doing these last couple of games when he's been out of the rotation.
Honestly, it's a great, credit to both of those guys, man. These are veteran guys who could be on a number amount of teams and, start and play big minutes for. They, just take heed to their role and does whatever is necessary for the team to win, man. And those are guys that you want your team is winning basketball, is winning players, man. Just guys that have been around this league for a while that knows how this game goes, how coaching goes, and every night different schemes, different matchups.
Okay, David Meneman, please.
Trez, we often loop you and Wes and Mark and Dennis together because you all came in at the same time. Did you feel any personal connection to what Wes was going through and any satisfaction for how he came through it, being out of the rotation and then having the big game tonight?
Honestly, no. Wes is a veteran guy, man. He's been on numerous amount of teams. He's been in this league for a long amount of time, man, and he knows how this game goes. He doesn't. It's not like we're talking about a second year or first year guy, man. We're talking about a guy who's been around this league and, knows that, different coaching strategies, different coaching matchups, different coaching lineups, man, that, some nights you might play something, some nights you might, and it goes to veteran guys as well, man. So, it's nothing that Wes had to learn. It's something that he already knows. And like I said, it's something that, he teaches younger guys like THT when he, is getting down on himself, or even like me or AC, guys who are real high competitive and just want to hold ourselves to a high caliber, man. Wes does a great job on coaching us on the sideline when we're maybe too hard on ourselves sometimes. So, like I said, it's a veteran guy who's been around this game for a long time.
For you guys, you prevailed in that period, obviously, holding OKC to only 2 points. How important was it for your defense to show up at that time?
It wasn't really in the fourth quarter. We didn't stick to our game plan. Discipline wasn't there. So, when we went to overtime, we kept talking to each other and said, we got to lock it down on defense and do it on the defensive end, and then, play with pace on the offensive end. And I think we did that, in overtime and held them, like you said, to 2 points.
You were especially effective down the stretch in the fourth quarter. What does it mean to you to kind of, push forward offensively, especially on a night without a guy like Anthony Davis in the lineup?
I keep talking to Bron, AD, Jared Dudley. They keep talking to me to be aggressive as well. Especially with, Anthony Davis out, I just try to be a little bit more aggressive, getting into the paint, finding my teammates, even, score myself if I have to, and if I, got a good look. And, just try to be aggressive and help my teammates win.